Hi and welcome to Best in Tesla. So, a few things has happened about full self-driving cars that shows that Tesla's approach of AI vision is the right one. And it will probably not be the regulators that will slow it down in the US anymore. And the profits that will start rolling in already in 2026 are going to be insane. So let's check it all out and let's dive right in. So, a report shared over the weekend claimed that the transitioning team for the upcoming President Donald Trump is looking to create a federal framework for self-driving vehicles and to make the sector a top priority in the upcoming term. Trump's transition team is looking to create federal rules for the rollout of autonomous vehicle, according to people familiar with the matter in a report from Bloomberg on Sunday. So it seems like Trump will try to make it easier to roll out autonomous vehicle. This is of course nothing that Trump can just decide himself, but he will try to get this approved. So that is one of the hurdles that many people have been talking about, that regulators will never approve this. Well, they are very data-driven, so of course they will, but this will of course speed up the process. And we are only a few months away from 2025, the year that Tesla aims to implement unsupervised full self-driving, which will pave the way for Tesla's Cybercab. But I will get back to that in a moment, because I will also like to take a few minutes to show you why I think that we have got evidence that Tesla's vision-only approach is the right way to go. Because we still hear people and analysts saying that Tesla not using LiDAR is not going to work. But we are seeing Teslas on version 12 driving themselves for hours with no intervention, just using vision and a neural network, so that is of course one thing. But the other thing is, if we look at the rise of the AI race for humanoid robot, with Tesla's robot and Figure AI and Sanctuary and Menti and so many others, they all use only AI vision and sensors for touch and stuff like that, but they don't use LiDAR. But you need that to navigate the world. Not really, because this is robots that are going to move around the entire world. So we are seeing that outside the autonomous industry, this has become the way to go. And we are of course seeing in the autonomous industry, like Mobileye, that has relied on LiDAR before, has ended their internal LiDAR development because their IQ6 based computer vision perception has improved so much. So another AI vision based system. And we have also seen that Xpeng, that also relied on LiDAR, has stitched it all together to use only pure vision ADAS system as Tesla. So the debate surrounding the effectiveness of camera-only system versus LiDAR for autonomous vehicle has been ongoing for a long time, but it is becoming quite clear that AI vision are the way to go, also because of the simplicity and scalability, because Tesla reliance on cameras hark back to the principle of simplicity. Humans drive primarily with visual cues, suggesting that vision will be sufficient for autonomous navigation. This approach not only reduces the cost and complexity associated with vehicle production, but also simplifies the process of scaling autonomous driving technology, as Waymo is a good example of. After 7 years of having robotaxis on the street, they still only have hundreds of robotaxis, so it will take them basically forever to scale up the entire world. The absence of LiDAR, which require detailed 3D mapping and is expensive, allows for a more straightforward system where the vehicle learns from visual data alone, like we humans learn to navigate. As I mentioned before, Waymo use about $40,000 worth of sensors for the Waymo Robotaxi, and that is without the car, just the sensors. And Tesla will probably be able to produce the Cybercab for something like $15,000 to $20,000. So there will still not be any competition between these two companies when Tesla start spitting out Cybercabs for about half the price of what Waymo pays for just sensors. And the rapid advancement in AI, particularly in computer vision and deep learning, have made it possible for systems to interpret visual data with remarkable accuracy. Just as Andrew Carpathy showed many years ago, Tesla's vision could actually mimic the LiDAR mapping, but with only cameras.
We take a pseudo-LiDAR approach where you basically predict the depth for every single pixel, and you can cast out your pixels, and you basically simulate LiDAR input that way. But it's purely from vision. And then you can use a lot of techniques that have been developed in also for LiDAR processing to actually achieve 3D object detection.
So with the emergence of humanoid robots like those deployed by Sanctuary AI, Figure AI, and Manti Robotics offers a compelling parallel. These robots designed to interact with human environments predominantly use cameras for their vision system. Their success in navigating complex environments, even stairs and much more, without LiDAR suggests that AI vision is enough. If robots can perform tasks like walking and dodging objects and interacting with objects using only cameras, it validates the capabilities of vision system to understand and react to the world in real time without the need for additional depth sensing technologies like LiDAR. Initially, skeptics about Tesla's camera-only approach was high, giving the traditional view that LiDAR provided necessary depth information. However, as technology evolves and these systems prove their worth through real-world application in robotics and Tesla's supervised full self-driving cars, of course, the narrative is shifting. The success of camera-based navigation in humanoid robots might not only validate Tesla's method, but could also influence public perception, showing that with the right AI algorithm, cameras can indeed be sufficient for many autonomous tasks. So now that the sentiment might be shifting about AI vision and we see Trump will try to get the red carpet rolled out for autonomous vehicle, well, we see a very positive future and even near future for Tesla's full self-driving cars. As Tesla is going to start rolling out the full self-driving unsupervised to their current fleet of Tesla vehicles already in the beginning of next year. That means that Tesla could start getting approval for this in basically any state that has Tesla cars in them, which should be most states, removing some of the barriers for the upcoming robotaxis that will come in volume production in 2026. At that time, hopefully, Tesla will have got approval in many states for their unsupervised full self-driving for their normal Tesla cars. So it should be relatively easy for Tesla to just start rolling out Cybercabs in all the states that have already approved Teslas with unsupervised software. So Tesla can just scale up as fast as possible. And the crazy thing is that Tesla doesn't need a lot of them to become a huge money printer for Tesla, as Tesla could easily charge like $2 per mile driven in the beginning, as both Uber and Waymo are much more expensive than that. And if we say that a Cybercab only drives about 30 miles a day as your average human driver, well, 30 miles times $2, let's say 100,000 Cybercabs, that does this every single day, that would be $6 million in profit every single day. But this is so conservative, it is ridiculous, because Cybercabs are not going to just drive 30 miles like you and I. We should look to how many miles a taxi driver does on average a day. Well, in New York City, according to past reports, a typical taxi driver in New York City might drive around 180 miles in a 12-hour shift. But the Cybercab doesn't need to take a break every 12 hours. It can probably drive something like 18 hours during a day, with 6 hours for charging and cleaning. So the Cybercab could probably do something like 270 miles a day. then we're suddenly talking about $54 million in profits every single day. And again, just for 100,000 units deployed. That is close to $20 billion in profits in a year. I'm going to say it again, with just 100,000 Cybercaps deployed. So when Tesla get to 1 million deployed, we are talking about $200 billion in profit. And they won't stop there either. And that is not counting in their fleet of existing Teslas that want to join the robotaxi fleets when the owner will earn that $2 per mile, but Tesla will take their 30% cut or something like that for every ride as well. But just the 100,000 Cybercaps, which is not a lot. Remember, Tesla will probably produce somewhere between 50 to 70,000 Cybertrucks in its first year of production. And that is a very hard truck to produce compared to the Cybercap. This will be flying off the assembly line, so this could be in their year one of volume production of Tesla Cybercap that they could produce something like 100,000 units. So $20 billion in pure profits could be something like in 2027. If everything, of course, goes according to plan. But we will be able to see all of this as soon as Tesla puts the first Cybercaps on the street. And Wall Street can then finally put this into their spreadsheet and see, oh my God, this is going to be huge business for Tesla. And then talk about Tesla's margin will forever be a thing of the past, as their normal car business will become irrelevant compared to the robotaxi service. Because this is also only talking about the US. Tesla is working on getting regulatory approval as we speak for the unsupervised full self-driving in Europe and China. And with all the data Tesla will get from the US with their unsupervised full self-driving in 2025, I find it very unlikely that Tesla will not be able to get approval for these two areas as well within a couple of years. And then the rest of the world. And then we are not just talking about $200 billion in pure profits, then we are talking about Tesla truly entering the $11 to $13 trillion market that ARK Invest is predicting the autonomous driving market will be. And the timeline for the robotaxi in 2026 also correlate with Tesla's semi-trucks production in high volume. Well, at that point, we should expect that Tesla semi-truck would be able to drive itself, as we have already seen Tesla doing some testing of the semi-truck with their full self-driving rigs, and we know that they made FSD version 12 available for the Cybertruck pretty quickly, showing that it works for any form factor. So Tesla's semi-truck should be no problem either. So all of the pieces are coming together very nicely for Tesla, and the next couple of years should be very interesting, as the transportation sector will probably be changed forever.
This is awesome! Look, and then it stops. That's the point. This is amazing. The future is now.
And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.